Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about what is API testing and what is web service testing. API full form is Application Programming Interface. What is API and what is web service? What is the difference between these two? In web service, what are all the different type of testings we are going to perform? These all things we are going to discuss in this video. First thing, what is API? Application Programming Interface. Overviewly, I can say API is something like it is having collection of programs related to the specific features or multiple features. Ready-madely, that API is available to you. You can use those features along with your existing code. So API is something like some bunch of programs available to the end user where they can use those programs to make their job easy in their development. API is, for example, let me take a Java side. Usually what will happen, n number of applications the company is developing. In that case, some common functionalities we may require for each and every application. What company is going to do? What are all the common programs, common features they developed, that they are going to put it into a jar file. That jar Java archive is something like a API, where the jar can be used by the everybody in our company, so that reusability will be there and fast development will be there by using the APIs. API is something like Application Programming Interface. It is something like it is having a collection of some programs related to the specific feature or different features. It is available to the end user where they can use those programs to make their job easy or to speed up their development part. That is something like API. What is web service? Web service is something like there is a request and response process is happening in the web, in the internet. So where there is a process is happening between consumer and provider. So where the consumer will send a request to the provider will understand that request and give you the response. That is something like web service. In the web, it is going to happen through HTTP or HTTPS. So API is something like it is having collection of programs. It is going to perform some functionalities and available to the end user where they can use ready-madely those all programs or features where they have their own requirement. Web service is something like in the internet or through web, you are going to send some request for something and you are going to get something. So that is something like web service. So these two type of testings we use to perform in the part of our applications and all nowadays. So what is the advantage of web service or API? API advantage is very simple. So those programs available to end user, they need to understand how they need to use these programs or features and they can use accordingly to their requirement. Whereas coming to the web services, they need to know how we need to send the request to the provider and we need to know how to understand the response received from the provider. So why web service means one major advantage of web service is platform independency we are going to get it. Let me take a simple example. There are n number of applications are there. Very simple example I am taking here. Let me assume in India we have so many banks. What are all the famous banks are there? American Express, Bank of America. Not only in India, everywhere. Bank of America, American Express, ICICI, HDFC. In India, SBI will be there. So these all banks are there. You are having ICICI debit card. You are going to the HDFC ATM. You are trying to withdraw the money. What will happen? You are having ICICI card. You are going to the HDFC ATM. You inserted the card. What will happen internally? So Once you inserted the card, it will read your card. Once you enter PIN number, it will take all those details and the request goes to the ICICI Bank. That request will be validated in the ICICI Bank. Once you are an authorized user, whatever the PIN number you entered is correct, then ICICI will give response to the HDFC. So this all internally happening through web service, because HDFC may develop with so and so language, ICICI developed with so and so language. So different languages are connecting mutually. The data is transforming and getting the output from the service. There is no rule that each and every application developed with Java or .NET or PHP so and so. There may be different technologies, their availability, their expertise, they are going to develop their own applications, but still they want to connect with other systems. Then by using web services, it is possible. That is the reason I am calling it as a platform independency. You are going to get it with web services. So HDFC may develop with Java, ICICI may develop with .NET, but those two applications are integrating or transferring the data between them by using web services. Okay, so the common language where we can use is XML we can use, JSON we can use, or text format you can send it, or HTML format you can send it your requests. So these are all the in-between languages where we are going to sending the data to the other party. These languages are independent to the programming language. Any system can understand. So once you send request from HDFC to ICICI, it will understand your request. It will authenticate over there. It will send you all the details to HDFC. Then your card is validated. Then you can able to withdraw the amount from that bank. Internally, web services are happening. Another example I can take. For example, cricket scores we are able to see in India. Crickbuzz or Cricinfo sites are there. So where they are getting cricket scores data and everything, our BCCI will be there. They are giving one service to us. We are consuming that service. This Crickbuzz or Cricinfo, these sites are consuming their service, BCCI service. So that automatically these scores are updating into the website. They are consuming the service provided by the BCCI. So that is the advantage of the web services. Main advantage is platform language independently you are going to get to transfer the data between multiple systems. Okay, so the applications may be developed with a number of languages, different languages, we don't know, but still you can transfer the data from your system to other system. That you are going to get with web services testing. So in any system, so there will be a, see this diagram, there is a provider will be there, there will be a consumer will be there. Consumer means who is consuming the service. In this case, Crickbuzz, Cricinfo are consuming the service provided by the BCCI. So they are going to send the request and they are going to get the response through web, HTTP or HTTPS. That is the advantage of the web services testing. How it will work? Now we will discuss what all the different type of web services we have. There are two types, SOAP service and RESTful service. SOAP means Simple Object Access Protocol Service. RESTful means Representative State Transfer Protocol Service. Okay, so that is these are all the two services we have. SOAP works with only XML, it will supports, whereas RESTful supports XML, it will support JSON, supports text, supports HTML, it will supports. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? Means SOAP is a heavy service. Whenever you want to hit the SOAP service, you need to send a lot of data along with that. So that is the reason we can call it as a heavy service. RESTful service is through URL based, most of the times we are doing. It is a lightweight service. So, but coming to the security wise, SOAP is more secure than RESTful. But SOAP is a heavy service. You need to pass more data along with your request. But whereas RESTful through URL, you can hit any service by providing the headers and what is the type of the input data you can select over there, whether it will be XML or JSON or HTML or text. So in the SOAP service, developer will provide us WSDL, Web Service Description Language. In the RESTful service, they will provide WADL, Web Application Description Language. That WSDL we need to import into our tool, and we need to frame our request accordingly in the XML, and we need to hit that server. Then the request goes to the server and it will give you the response. So usually the famous tools we are going to use for the SOAP service is SOAP UI. We are going to use it most of the times, whereas the RESTful service most of the times we use a Postman tool for that. So which one the clients mostly use nowadays is that depends on their requirement. Though it is heavy but they want more security, then they will go for SOAP. They want lightweight to transfer the data, then they will go for RESTful. So okay, that's fine. So now in the WSDL, the developer will provide you to perform the web services SOAP testing. You need to import that WSDL into your SOAP UI tool, frame your requests, hit the server. So your server will understand your request, accordingly it will give you the response. Same in the RESTful service also, same thing. In the URL you are going to pass your arguments or parameters with the headers. If at all it is having, then you will hit the request. It will go to the server and you will get a response. You need to validate that response. Now you may get a doubt here. So this testing we can do it from GUI also. Why again we need web service? Are you getting my point? So this testing we can do from GUI also. Why? But very simple example here. Let me take a Amazon website. Lakhs of products are there. Lakhs of products are there in Amazon. Is it possible through UI to validate each and every item available in Amazon? How much time it is going to take? Day by day, hundreds of products are increasing. Is it possible to test each and every item available in Amazon? It is possible, but it is going to take years of time. In that case, I want to verify all my items, whatever is registered with Amazon, all are available or not, I want to verify. Then that case, what I need to do? I will hit the Amazon server. I am going to get a response with all the products. I will validate all the product details over there. That is easy job for me instead of doing from GUI. That is the advantage with the web services testing. Okay, so let me conclude this. API is something like it is a ready-made developed programs which is available to the end user to use these programs in the part of their development to save their time. Coming to the web service, in the web there is a interaction with multiple systems. With web service, what is the advantage we are getting? Language independency we are getting. Any language application can interact with any other language applications. That is the advantage with web services. Here two type of services will be there, SOAP and REST. SOAP is a heavy but more secure, whereas RESTful is a lightweight service. In the SOAP, the developer will provide us WSDLs. In the RESTful, they will provide us WADLs. Based on these files, you need to frame your request either in XML with SOAP service or other. In RESTful, we can frame our request with either JSON or XML or text or HTML, and we need to hit the server and we need to validate the response. Whatever we are expecting, whether we are getting or not, we need to validate. Sometimes we may need to validate with database also. So in coming to the automation side, the SOAP UI is the tool we can use for manual and automation, whereas RESTful we can use the Postman service for both manual and automation. For RESTful, nowadays more trending is in the automation using Java. REST assured we can use for the RESTful services automation point of view. For SOAP and REST both you want to automate, then HTTP client we can use for the automation point of view using Java. Okay, I hope you understand the API testing and the web services testing. So that's all for this video. Please subscribe to my channel and encourage me. Thank you.